Hello, friends. Today, in this session, we will talk about the principles of heartful living. But before going there, now let us discuss on few important part of our life. Say, for example, what is life? There are many definitions which we'll get on what is life, but the one which I like most is a very simple definition. It says, life is movement, change, and evolution. Life is movement, change, and evolution. Movement means we are constantly being moved from one state to another state, from, say, state A to state B. Life is not static, life is moving. We are changing in our thoughts, we are changing in our way we interact with people, we are changing in our aspirations. It's a constant bundle of movement. Now, in this movement, there is a change. That means we are not moving from A to A, we are moving from A to B, a new state. That's why we see our way we think has grown up to a higher state or to a lower state. We are never at the same state. And the third one is movement, change, and evolution. The idea here is when we move, we change, and this change is for becoming better, for being better. All our aspirations, intentions, our thought process is constantly being, it seems, pushed by nature to evolve from one level of existence to another level of existence. Now, you can question this, that is this movement, change, and evolution, is it only for human beings, or is it for animal beings, or is it for mineral kingdom, or is it for plant kingdom? Is it a constant change of evolution? Is it a constant stream of evolution? And we will see this stream of life which is flowing through human existence is constantly being pushed to evolve at a very large scale. And that's where these principles of heartful living, they come to our rescue. They help us to change and evolve and transform better just by following these heartful living principles. Now, before going further, let's see in totality what are these principles made of. These principles are made of certain set of practices which we should do. Nothing changes if we don't do any practice, right? So these are certain set of practices which we do. These practices which we do create some inner values within us, right? So think of it, we are upgrading our own operating system. How do we upgrade? By following these practices which we do. They upgrade our internal operating system, the values. Now, these values, they essentially lead to a behavior on the periphery. That means from being a truthful value, we start acting truthfully. So these are set of behavior which changes around us. Now, when the behavior changes, we develop ourselves. There is an inner leadership which comes in us. So there are principles for those set of leadership qualities. And then there is a continuous improvement which keeps on ensuring that we are constantly evolving. So certain set of practices leading to essential values, changing of behavior, leading to have a leadership quality, and then continuous improvement. So these principles help us to transform from one state of existence to another state of existence. Today, in this first part, we will talk about 5 of those principles very briefly to help us understand the efficacy of these heartful living principles. So first, we will deal with the principles related to our practices. The first principle says, rise before dawn and offer your prayer and meditation at a fixed hour, preferably completing them before sunrise, and have a separate place and seat for meditation. And as far as possible, develop the habit of sitting in one and the same pose, giving special attention to purity of body and mind. So there are many things which are being told into these principles. Let's start with the first one, which says rise before dawn. The reason it is said rise before dawn is because it's like the big bang moment of the day. The day has not yet started. Sun hasn't come up. The vibration of sun creates heat. And when the heat is created, we lose the real condition. You would have seen if it is too much hot outside, you want to go inside. Why? Because naturally, the heat doesn't allow us to stay in the same state, in the real state. So we go inside and cool and maintain our body temperature at a fixed, at a certain time, right? Now, rise before dawn is the time which is almost the heat is at its minimum. The whole day, the sun has come up, it has heated everything around us, it goes down. The effect of heat taken by each and every particles of the universe is emitted out. And next day, just before the dawn, heat is at its minimum. So that is the right time when we want to experience the real condition inside us. Separate place. We should create a separate designated place. When we create that place, the moment we go there, we feel like we are drawn inside as if the space is calling us. When we dedicate a place, we do meditation in that place. Next day, we utilize the purity which we have created today to draw us inside for meditation. So we are using both the time and the space to our advantage. That's the beauty of this principle. Posture. Maintain a fixed and a comfortable posture. We should not like fidgeting, leaning back, lying down. No, we should fix a simple posture where we can sit comfortably for meditation. Because during meditation, we want to go beyond our gross body to our body of subtle body. And that's where we want to ensure my gross body doesn't create any discomfort. So a position which you can hold comfortably. And then at a fixed time. The fixed time is said because when we fix a time and we do meditation, next day at the same time, inwardly we'll be drawn inside to do meditation. So we are using the time which we did meditation today to our advantage tomorrow. Fixed time creates that automatism in us. If we do it, say, for a couple of days, we will see after that when we sit at the same time, we don't need to apply too much of our own efforts to do meditation. Automatically, it starts from inside, right? And then the last fifth point is the purity. We should ensure special attention to purity of body and mind. Because what we have to go inside is the quality of purity. So, essential reality of nature is purity. And that's where we should give special attention to purity of our mind and body. So, 5 things in the first principle: rise before dawn, separate place, fixed time, fixed posture, and purity of mind. With these principles, we are now perfectly in a condition to draw that state within us and ensure we are able to transform ourselves. The second principle says, begin your meditation with a prayer for spiritual elevation. Begin your meditation with a prayer for spiritual elevation. Offer your prayer in such a way that the heart is filled with love. Offer your prayer in such a way that the heart is filled with love. Now, this is a very important principle. Principle 1 has told us how to prepare ourselves for meditation, but it hasn't told us how to connect. Principle 2 tells us how to connect to the reality within our hearts. It says, fill your heart with love before starting meditation. Begin your meditation with a prayer for spiritual elevation and offer your prayer in such a way that the heart is filled with love. How to ensure that we are offering in a way that heart is filled with love? When we create vacuum in our heart, when we create a condition in our heart where we are only pining for that, reality in us. In nature, wherever there is a flow, it flows from a higher level to a lower level. Always a differential is required. So when two things are at the same level, there is no flow. If we can create a state of vacuum in the heart, when we connect in prayer, the supplicancy within ourselves, it ensures the flow of grace is imminent. Love fills our being if we create that state of supplicancy within ourselves, which means to place ourselves at the lowest level we can be. We let our heart become so receptive, so yielding. This tilt happens with devotion. The attitude or state of acceptance that the giver is the Lord and we are humble receivers. Devotion creates that vacuum in the heart, which can be filled by grace gushing in. And that's principle number 2. Begin your heart meditation with a prayer for spiritual elevation. Offer your prayer in such a way that the heart is filled with love. Now, let's go to the principle number 3. Principle 2 says, have a prayer filled with heart, filled with love. For that, we need vacuum in our heart, the longing in our heart. This comes when we do principle number 3, which says, fix your goal, which should be complete oneness with the God. Rest not till the ideal is achieved. Fix your goal and do not rest until you attain it. What is that goal which we want to fix? The goal which we say, as we know all around us, is life is movement, change, and evolution, evolving to excellence, excellence of my existence itself. That is the goal. We can use the metaphor of a boat to explain this idea. A life without goal is like a boat without a rudder or a helm. Without applying the helm in the direction of their destination, the boat is unlikely to reach there. Hence, for creating that vacuum in the heart, we should fix our goal. Oh Lord, I want to achieve that excellence, which is the purpose of my life, excellence of my existence itself. And we should not rest until we attain this excellence. This simple principle will always keep on making us restless, putting us right on the track whenever we fall off it, and ensuring we speed up, we accelerate towards our goal. Hence, this principle 3 is very important. So we saw 3 principles. 1, regarding our meditation, our condition, creation of the condition so that when we sit for meditation. Principle 2, which helps us in connecting to ourselves, to our higher self of prayer. And third is fix your goal, which helps us in that connection by creating that vacuum. Now let's go to next principle, which is more of the values which we develop based on these practices which we do. Principle 4 says, simplify your life so as to be identical with nature. What stops us from fixing the goal? It is the complexities of my mind, the illusions which I have created about myself, the illusions which are giving me false actions, false thoughts. They have cluttered me so much inside that I'm not able to see the person in front, the thought process which are being told to me. I cannot listen properly. I cannot act properly. I cannot do things properly. And I'm always in an inner restless frustration is finding in me. How to get rid of it? That's why this principle says, simplify your life so as to be identical with nature. Simplicity is the essence of life. The word itself comes from the Latin simplex, meaning uncompounded or composed of one part. Being identical means being identical with our true nature. Now, it means when we are there in a situation, we are carrying only the colors which I am born with. I am neither adding or subtracting any of the colors to me. I'm just simple. When the simplicity abides nearby, plainness is the result and calmness prevails all over. When a system is in its perfect equilibrium, when it is simple, and as soon as we come into that condition, plainness is the result. Outwardly, when somebody sees us, they will see just a flow of divine in us. And what happens inside us? Calmness prevails all over. We are not in a constant inner struggle to be something else, somebody else. Our energies are not diverted that way. Our energies are simply flowing through us. And that's why simplify your life so as to be identical with nature. Now, how can we become simple? Try these 5 things for 2 weeks. How can we become simple? Try for 2 weeks. Expect minimum and give maximum, especially love. Never complain. Also, that means don't sweat the little stuff in life. Compete within, not outside and with others. Avoid jealousy. Just chill and take the high ground. Accept, keep calm, and carry on. Just try these 5 activities, actions for 2 weeks and see how they help us by removing all the complexities within us and make us resonate with the real nature inside us, which will give calmness to us forever. Now let's talk about principle 5. Principle 5 says, always be truthful. Accept miseries as coming from God for your own good and be thankful. Always be truthful. Accept miseries as coming from God for your own good and be thankful. So, what does it mean to be truthful? It means it is as it is. It is as it is. Truthfulness means it is as it is. How do we get there? It can happen only when we free ourselves from every concept by removing all the complexities and impurities in our field of consciousness. And that requires meditation practices, correct thinking, right understanding. When we are truthful, when we are accept ourselves the way we are able to see things truthfully all around us. And when we start living that existence, we are harmonizing our entity with the universe around us. We are resonating with the things around us. We are not conflicting with us or with the flow of nature around us. We'll be coming out from all situations without any scars or impressions. The next part of this principle says, accept miseries as coming from God for your own good and be thankful. Oftentimes in our life, when we go through some situations, there are some situations which we reject. And this rejection of those situations creates those miseries. There is nothing like misery in nature. It is our rejection which creates the miseries to me. Now, if we accept, there is no misery. And that's why this principle says, accept miseries. When you accept miseries, miseries disappear. Because the misery was in rejection of a situation. By my saying no based on prejudice, by my saying no based on my mind, individual mind, by my projected results, or whatever. So when we accept any situation in life as if they are coming from the Lord by the nature itself, and we become thankful for it, it shows our gratitude in that situation. Whatever was misery was in us, they just disappear. As if a blessing from the God has been received. So always be truthful, accept miseries as coming from God for your own good, and be thankful. Thank you all. These were the 5 principles which we discussed in this video. What we will do in the next session of Heartful Living, we will discuss on the remaining 5 principles. Thanks for being with me. See you later. Bye.
Sit comfortably and close your eyes softly and gently. Feel a healing energy move up from the earth into your toes, feet, and ankles. Feel your toes relax and your feet relax, and allow your ankles to relax. Now feel this healing energy move up to your knees. As it moves up, it relaxes your calf muscles. Feel this energy remove all the tension from your knees. Now it is moving further up your legs, into your thighs. Feel your thighs relaxing. Now the energy has moved into your hips and waist. Feel them relax. As the energy moves up, your lower back is relaxing. And your stomach. Now the energy has moved into your chest area. Feel it relax. Feel the energy move up your back and into your shoulders. Feel your upper back relax. And feel your shoulders simply melting away. The energy is now moving into your arms. They too are getting relaxed. Feel all the tension from your elbows leaving. And as the energy moves into your forearms, they too are getting relaxed. Remove all the tension from your wrists as the energy moves into your hands and right up to your fingertips. Now move your attention up to your neck. The energy is moving up and relaxing your neck muscles. Now it is moving into your face, relaxing your jaw and mouth. The energy moves into your nose and eyes, relaxing them. Your cheek muscles are relaxed. Feel your earlobes relax. And now the energy is moving all the way up to the top of your head. Feel it relax. Feel your entire body is relaxed from top to toe. Now move your attention to your heart. Feel that a source of light is already present in your heart, and it is attracting you from within. Do not try and see the light, just know that it is there in your heart. Be open and receptive to a very subtle energy flowing into you. Relax into this feeling. If you find your awareness drifting at any time to other thoughts, don't fight them. Let them be. Gently remind yourself that you are meditating on the light in your heart. Allow yourself to become more and more absorbed within. Remain absorbed until you hear further guidance. while keeping your eyes closed. Gently come out of the state of meditation. Now gently open your eyes. Reflect on what you just experienced. Try and retain this condition as you return to your daily routine.